Well, this is pretty insane. If you don't know what the Mandela effect is, it's basically where a ton of people remember something one way when in fact it never happened. Many people believed that Nelson Mandela died in prison in 1993. Now this is a conspiracy theory and some people believe that we are living in some alternate universe, but personally I feel like it's just a psychological thing since our memories aren't as good as we think. Either way, this video will likely blow your mind as I'm going to be showing you things you may or may not remember. If you're surprised by anything here, then be sure to let me know in the comments below. With all that being said, let's get to the first example. I'm starting off with Berenstain Bears, which is what made the Mandela effect popular. Millions of people have claimed that the spelling of Berenstain contains an E instead of an A, so it would say Berenstain Bears. However, once you look at everything with the title in it, you'll realize that it was never spelled with an E.
Sometime you'll find they might be just plain funny. The Berenstain Bears. The Berenstain Bears.
Some people believe that this change is actually from some sort of alternate universe, and we may have switched at some point in time. There's literally an entire subreddit dedicated to showing examples of the spelling that everyone remembers. There's a popular Reddit post with a picture of this VHS, which you can clearly see says Berenstein instead of Berenstain. Now there's a possible explanation for this that makes sense. Stein is such a common last name that people are just remembering the Bears wrong because of that. They assume the Bears had Stein in their last name because they see the name everywhere. You don't really see Stain much, so remembering these bears with that version of the name isn't too likely. I do have to admit that I recall them being called Berenstain Bears, so that's honestly pretty creepy. Next up we have a Mandela effect in Pokemon. Think about it right now. What color is Pikachu's tail tip? Well, if you were thinking it was black at some point in time, then you're completely wrong. Many people believe Pikachu had a little black spot on his tail, when in reality it was always yellow. Now I personally never thought he had the black part, but still tons of other people vividly remember that. My personal theory is that people thought this because Pikachu's ear tips are black, so they would remember his tail being black since that would make everything even. That's just my guess though, so if you remember his tail being black, be sure to comment and tell me why.
It's my Pokemon. The Clefairy collect all of these rocks and do the Macarena.
Who remembers the blue bull named Benny from Dora the Explorer? Think right now, does he have a gold ring? If you said yes, then you'd be wrong. Strangely, Benny never had a single gold ring in the entire show. This one specifically freaks me out because I definitely remember him having a gold ring. Many other people agree with that, and if you look online, you'll see confused people wondering where the ring went. One interesting thing is that College Humor did some real-life videos about Dora. The person who played Benny actually had a gold nose ring. Keep in mind that this was in 2013 when the Mandela effect wasn't really too popular. It seems like even the people at College Humor remember Benny differently, and it really makes you think. My logical explanation for this is that bulls have nose rings a lot, so it would make sense for Benny to have one too. Maybe the reason we think of it as gold is because it would match Benny's gold-colored eyebrows.
Now we can start our picnic. And I brought some coconuts.
There's actually an example of the Mandela effect in Spongebob. So in the Secret Box episode, you guys probably remember that Patrick mentions there's an embarrassing picture of Spongebob at the Christmas party. Except in the episode, we never actually see the picture. Many people have sweared that in the final moments of the episode, the actual picture is shown. I've gotten several comments on my videos telling me that the picture was revealed in that episode. I think the explanation for this example is clear. In the episode Christmas Who, Squidward takes an embarrassing picture of SpongeBob crying. You guys probably had false memories and blended these two episodes together. If that isn't the reason why, then let me know in the comments. Without looking, does Curious George have a tail? If you answered yes, then you're like most people. It's wrong. This is another one of those interesting cases because I do remember him having a tail and swinging around. However, it's probably just a false memory because when we see monkeys, we assume tails are a part of them. That small piece of information goes into our memory and then we actually start to believe that Curious George had one. Even if you don't believe in the Mandela effect theory, it's still pretty crazy how some people can remember something when it never actually happened. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.